All right, guys, it has been a busy summer and spring, and a little personal update today. I'm gonna tell you how we bought our second condo in less than 12 months, all using our VA loan with zero money down. You're not gonna believe it. Listen to this thing. All right, so you're probably thinking, wait, Marina, didn't you just buy a property in the fall? Like, how the heck are you able to buy a second property and with little to zero money? Like, what the heck, how's that working? So I'm just gonna break it down. This is not any rocket science. This is not anything that's made up or me working the system. This is just me knowing what's available to me as a realtor and as a home buyer, using our VA benefit and how to take advantage of that to buy multiple properties. So to set the scene, we closed on our first property, which is in Kohina at Ho'opili, a 1-bedroom with a bonus room and 1 bathroom. It's 770 square feet. I live there with my husband and then my 2 children, an 8-year-old and a 3-year-old. We converted the bonus room, which is a really like a smaller bedroom. It was open at the time to the ceiling. We had a contractor come in, put a door. It's not a permitted bedroom, but it serves us as a second bedroom, basically. They don't have a closet in there. There's nothing fancy. It's literally 2 bunk beds, a dresser, and their toys. Like, that's it. But it's tiny, right? We are crammed in there from day one. We had already outgrown the space, but I knew as an investment mindset that this is a good investment. It's a price point we could get into at a point that makes sense for us. It wasn't too scary on the mortgage, and we just needed to get our feet wet, really just to dip our toe into home ownership and feel really confident before we made the move for the second one. Fast forward, it was about 6 months in, okay? So we're looking at like March and April. Nahele is starting to be released, so my ears are perked up. I'm helping my clients reserve Nahele units, and I'm looking at the 2 bedrooms and find there's a bonus room one. Oh my gosh, let's do this thing again. This makes so much sense. We buy the 2-bedroom unit and close the bonus room to make a 3-bed, and that's my office now. Because also, let's just set the scene, I run a very high-paced career out of a folding desk that's about the size of this placemat in my bedroom next to my bed. I do not have a workspace at home. A lot of the times I'm in the living room or I'm at the counter, but I don't have a designated office space yet. So we've been just surviving. Like, honestly, that's what it is, because I knew it was a short-term commitment for the long-term gain. We're not planning to sell that condo, okay? We are planning to rent it out. And what's really cool about Ho'opili is right at the entrance of the neighborhood, there's an area called the Element. The Element is all rentals. And so we can use those Element rentals as comps or comparable properties of what we can price our condo at. So if I'm using a 2-bedroom apartment comp, they're renting at $3,000 a month at the Element. I can certainly rent out mine, which has a yard and it has really close parking close by. And overall, it's just a nicer place than the Element is. So I'm confident we can rent it out at $3,000 a month, which means we're gonna start cash flowing, meaning we're getting more rent than our mortgages. So it just made sense. It was all too easy. And I was like, okay, I see how this is gonna work now. It's not so scary. So fast forward again to Nahele, the 2 bedrooms with the bonus room, it's costing us about $619,000. So I have to just preface here, right? Yes, we are using 2 VA loans in less than 12 months. So of course there's gonna be some red flags popped off by our lenders just to say, wait, you have to be owner occupied with VA loan for at least 1 year. You can't get the second one. But I said, what about the part where we need to move because we had intention to stay here, but we've simply outgrown the space? So I can say, based on having 2 kids, an older son and a younger daughter, my kids need more room now to expand. That's not lying. That's not working the system. That's simply saying, okay, based on paper, yeah, their first condo is really small. They probably would need to move up in size. And by the time we close on the second condo, we're only gonna be a month shy of 1 year from our first condo. So it's pretty close to 1 year. We definitely had intentions to stay the entire 12 months. And then back to Nahele again, price point, right? How is it that you're able to get 2 loans with the VA and pay 0 money down? That doesn't make any sense. Make it make sense, Marina. So the truth is that every county has a conforming loan limit. So in Hawaii, 2023 is $1,089,300, I think. So 1,089,300 is the conforming loan limit for the state of Hawaii. So our first loan was $500,765. Our second one is about $619,500, I think. So when you add those up together, we're just slightly over the limit. So does that mean we can't get a loan? No, it just means there's something we need to do, which is a small down payment portion, which is going to be 25% of the difference of whatever is over that conforming loan limit. So I think for me, it's like $5,000 or $6,000 is the difference that I have to put down. But knowing what I know, which is realtors get commission, which I can put towards my closing costs and help with my cash needed to come to the table. There's also things called builder incentives. So I found out when we reserved our second unit that D.R. Horton, not DHI, D.R. Horton, the developer, actually gives buyers an additional $1,000 credit as a thank you for being a repeat buyer. That's cherry on top. Also, DHI, which is the developer's lender, gives you $6,000 or 1% of the purchase price back in credit right now as incentive to work with them. That's a big chunk of money right there. And then, like I said, I get my commission all rolled into our deal, so I literally don't have to pay anything out of pocket. It's a win-win-win situation and too good to be true. So that's all the cards kind of fell into place, and I'm a true believer if something is easy that it's meant to be. If I was scraping and scrapping and stressing so hard and like things were not adding up, I would not push this thing forward. But everything just kind of fell into our lap. I've been going to every single Nahele release, sitting outside, camping out for 30 hours at the last one to reserve units for my clients. And then this one I wasn't even planning on getting because the last time, like 2 releases ago, the one in the 2 bedrooms sold within the first 10 people. And I've always been between like number 12 and number 20 in line. And so I was like, oh, for sure, they're not gonna have it. But by the time they rolled around to me this time, there was one left and it was number 1 on my list, like a true godsend. I had ranked my top 5 units. I got the exact unit that I wanted on the 5th floor with the 2 bedroom with a bonus room. And I'm in shock. It's such a crazy story. Happened so fast. My husband's still trying to play catch up and he's like, wait, we're getting a condo? And I said, yes, honey, we're signed a contract. But again, it's just super exciting. So we should be able to move in at the end of July or early August this summer. And that's how it works. And then again, the plan is condo life is not for me really, but I know this is a short-term sacrifice for a long-term game. My goal is really to never sell this property. I want to hold on to it for a minimum of 10 years. And if I have to sell it after 20 years, I want to double my money with this thing. And ideally having a tenant paying my mortgage over time. So it's no risk to me every month. It's really a low bar commitment. We get a long-term tenant in there, easy peasy. And we just rinse and repeat and do it over and over. So moving forward for the future, right? Like let's say in the year 2024 to 2025, I'm ready to move. I'm itching out. I don't like elevator life. I need grass in my life. Like Nahele doesn't have any of those things. It's just, it feels like you're in a hotel kind of. But for some people, that's really ideal, right? You know you're gonna have minimal maintenance and you can just roll up to your unit and that's easy peasy. I need nature. I love our Waianae house. I love our farm. So I know at a point we will be ready to move out, and then we can either refinance the first property, which is our 1-bedroom unit, into a conventional loan, which by then we should have enough equity from the time of it being paid off and just continuing to pay our mortgage that we don't need that 3 to 5 to 20% down payment to help refinance that. Secondly, I'm gonna be looking at probably a similar price point. Like I really don't want to pay more than $4,000 a month right now on my mortgage. So maybe that means we're getting condo number 3. I don't know. I just see so much potential in the Nahele units in specific. So I might be open to buying one at the later releases of Nahele, or even by then, if my income continues to climb, then maybe we can get a townhome or a single family home like the Maka or Ikena and just rinse and repeat again with intention to live in it for at least 1 year and then being able to rent it out over time. It's just a no-brainer. So that is the quick story of our personal situation and how we were able to buy 2 condos in less than 12 months with 0 cash. It's pretty crazy, but you don't know unless you know, and you don't know unless you talk to someone. So I'm here to be a resource for you guys. There's so much available to you. You just have to dive in and ask the questions, and that's what I'm here for. So I'll see you guys next week. Talk to you soon. Bye.